Tá. Catherine.
Here's morning here. Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, beautiful to be here again. I was a bit more busy the last days, and I was last night I listened to the replay of the Friday session, and it was actually it felt like almost like being in the space. It was beautiful, and it's a beautiful gift to have this opportunity. And what kind of really surprised me was how much the system um, had accelerated, like by being busy, how much, yeah, was speeding up.
Yeah, familiar pathway. I mean, it's happened so many times in this lifetime. It happens and we don't notice because kind of used to it.
Yeah, and it's yeah. What struck me somehow was that I didn't recognize. I only
Yeah,
recognized when I calmed down, and then I thought, wow, and still more and more and more. Wow. Yeah, that's such a beautiful gift to this because it's in a way it's so easy when the invitation is that it's so easy uh, when the mind is busy with other things it's uh, crazy somehow and still yeah in a way I like to also to be active in between. So it's just it's an interesting question for me. How much activity do I invite or do I want in my life? Or how yeah.
yeah, and then I guess maybe the possibility of being active without being,
Aha.
yeah, it's just like
Yeah. Yes.
without the speeding up. Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Let's see, maybe it happens. Hmm. Actually, I would like to be in the celebration next week, but I won't
yeah, well,
be there all the time. But
be there as much as you can.
uh, yeah, thank you for the
Yeah.
yeah.
No, okay. Oh, really?
I Yeah, the question came up how to be active without being busy with the surface after this talk with Andreas.
Yeah, that's, once that interest is there, then the inquiry starts. Nobody can tell you how. I guess it comes down to a very gentle noticing of when the speeding up happens, because that speeding up is so familiar, so habitual. So just catching it and then seeing, okay, is it necessary to speed up like that, or can the activity happen without that speeding up? So just staying with that inquiry. It's a beautiful inquiry.
Mm.
And really, it's a moment by moment inquiry. It's like every moment. It's not like, we set time aside for meditation. It's just like living and noticing.
And when it's speeded up, it seems like the habit goes in another direction. This is just to
So until there's a noticing that it speeds up, there is no choice. It'll just be in its pattern. The moment there's a noticing that it speeds up, then there's another possibility. But unless there's that interest to notice, it'll just stay on automatic.
so be aware before it speeded up. What
Yes,
happened?
it's that's just in a certain way. It's like that interest facilitates that noticing. Without that interest, that noticing won't happen. But really, that interest is, like this is a love affair. It's like 24/7. It's like moment by moment by moment. It's just there's awareness, and then there's the unconscious patterns playing. The the momentum of the unconscious patterns. Usually, people, are kind of in them before they notice them, and so when there's an interest, slowly or maybe quickly, this noticing starts to happen. And Nisargadatta said, it's like his guru told him, start start noticing. And he said it only took him 3 years. Hi, Christina.
Hi,
Hi, Christina.
I was wondering if I could just sit for a bit.
With pleasure.
Do you have a quick question, actually?
Hmm.
So when remaining aware or trying to remain aware, it feels like I've become quite wooden.
Quite
Right.
what?
Wooden, it's like difficult to
Okay.
interact. Um, and I'm kind of curious if that means that I'm in the wrong place with the people I'm surrounded by, or yeah, is it just because I need to deepen?
So there's a few nuances there that are, in my view, worth exploring.
There's a what?
There are a few nuances that are worth exploring. So there's an interest to rest as awareness. Awareness is here. And, what we're dealing with is that automatic unconscious patterns play and our attention goes in its habit, you could say. So that interest, we just keep resting. It's like that's the fire in a certain sense, because the habit is going in one direction and the fire is, okay, well, it went in its habit and then comes back again, yeah? Gets noticed, and okay. So, and that is a fire. It's just like, because of the habit, it's been there for most of us, since birth, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of me is the recognition that resting as awareness is effortless. It is effortless, but the fire is that it seems to take effort to keep bringing attention back. So, it's this funny balance of, okay, whatever effort is needed to keep coming back, it's just like there's no way around that in a way. It's just like, so when you speak about being wooden, it's like when that's your interest and you're around people that have other interests, I could just say it like that. It's like we're just on a different, there's a different interest. So there's not, people might want to make small talk and there's no real interest to make small talk. So it just is like that. And usually what happens, in that phase is, for some people, it can be a reorganization. It's like there can be a dropping away of people that you've spent time with who don't have the same interest. And for some people, that's challenging, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just, it's like if you're interested in soccer and somebody else is interested in cricket, usually, you end up spending less time together. It's just, it always goes with where the interest is. So it'll naturally sort itself out. You don't have to trouble yourself with it. It's just, there's no right way or wrong way. You somehow this interest has crept into your heart, and now it's pulling you, and that's all. You just stay true to that interest.
So in your experience, this clunkiness in reality kind of neutralizes.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. I don't know, if I can just say how it is for me, but I think it's different in every journey. There's no right way or wrong way. It's just, at some point, the interest just wasn't in going to the parties or to be social, and it just kind of fell away. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah. And again, it's for some people, maybe it's within that hecticness that they find their quietness. They just stay quiet and just, watching. But I don't think there's a specific way. So.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. When people have spiritual concepts and they try to live by the concepts, it ends up being a way of suppressing and repressing. And for sure, that doesn't work. That backfires. So it's just, let this interest take care, because it will. Sundari. Hi.
Hi. I would just say for me, there's been a very big dropping away of a lot of friends. But it has been, like you say, it has been okay. I mean, I don't really miss anything. Yeah.
And for some people, there's been, a lot of identification with being social and that, and it can be quite troubling. But it's a natural process. It's just really natural, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we don't really need to speed it on or something. We don't need to,
exactly.
because it just
Yeah,
happens. So
it's natural.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But actually, also for me, there's been a little bit, because how much times will I spend with my parents, because they want to see me a lot, and yeah, it's just
Mhm.
there's not this urge to see them so much, because yeah, of course I can stay
Mm.
quiet, but it's not the same when I'm here. I mean
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I say everybody's circumstance is different, and then it's like, in some ways, it's like um, giving the gift of your presence for them
yeah,
in the balanced way for yourself, without
yeah,
that feels good to you, without a
yeah,
cost to yourself. Yeah.
yeah. I think that is what I'm seeing, that I have to have this, I don't know, want to see them, because it can't really push myself to do something that I don't want. So I have to wait if
Yeah,
there's a
exactly,
want to see
exactly.
them. And if
Yeah,
it doesn't
exactly.
come, then I can't push it. I can't.
Exactly,
just-
exactly. Then you start to see where there's been unconscious obligations and stuff
Yes.
like that, and so it's a natural,
Yeah.
but it starts to reveal itself. Okay, yes, okay, this is a moment where I can give my parents attention, and I can,
Yeah.
and now it's not right, and it's okay.
Yeah. Because it's also beautiful to give your presence when you're with them. I mean, it's also,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
feel urge to go, it's really beautiful. I mean, to stay in your calmness and
yeah.
be there, and then yeah, do whatever is happening. Yeah. So yeah. Well, there's just one because I'm going on a vacation with them for several days now. I think we're going to be together for like 14 days. And I mean, this is not usual for me, because I spend most of my time actually on my own and just really enjoy it. But then, yeah, they arranged this vacation where they invited the whole family to go to South Africa. And then I said yes. And then, yeah, suddenly he had bought all the tickets, my father. And then I couldn't say no, because, I mean, he had bought it and it was so expensive, this trip. And then there was this up and down. Should I go? Should I not go? Should I talk to him? And now it's like, well, I will go. I mean, there's no.
Yeah, you just take it as an opportunity to notice what happens in that circumstance. Somehow you're obviously going. And,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's just.
Yeah. So I mean, I can stay really quiet with them also. I mean, but sometimes it does.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's no problem in that. But
No, and a lot of like many of the patterns that we find playing in us have their roots in the whole family dynamic. So it's a fantastic opportunity just to gently notice, no ideas of how it should be or
yeah,
anything, just noticing what plays.
yeah. because I've noticed whenever I'm with them, then in the night comes some fear up that I be with, and then it goes away. Yeah. But yeah, it is also very beautiful to just be in that, because yeah, like you say, things can come up, but I don't tend to really go into it at all. I mean, but sometimes it's also nice to challenge your own family. I mean, on their beliefs, to ask questions, even just a little bit. I mean, just a little bit.
It's, I can just say from my experience, it's like my parents have both passed on.
Yeah.
But there were times when I would go and spend time with them, and I had no agenda to anything, but just being with them, things would start to come up that had been like playing in the dynamic forever, and suddenly just because there was, I'd say a field of awareness there, it would come up and they would start looking at things that they hadn't even thought of looking at. But I didn't, it happened without any intention, without any doing, without anything.
Okay.
So, yeah. So if possible, not to have any agenda and just to use it,
just watch.
Testing and then watching what happens.
Yeah. Even though it's what I'm doing anyway, so why should it be different? I mean, it's
why should it be different?
Exactly. You're totally right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for that. That was
what I know is whenever there's a movement to want to get someone to see something, it usually backfires.
Okay.
It's like, yeah.
But you're so right. Thank you very much for that. That was very nice.
Thank
you.
Oh, Hank.
Hello.
Hi.
Last Friday after the meeting, I had a session in my practice as body-centered therapist, and you can in the session you can really feel the ripple of these meetings, and it's really beautiful.
Wow.
It's really
Yeah,
nice.
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
Wow. I'm grateful to hear it.
Yeah, yeah. So it becomes more, and it's not that I do different things. I just do
No.
what
Yeah.
I'm learned.
Yeah.
But you can really feel the love,
Yeah.
and yeah. I really love to be in this role as a therapist. It's really nice. It's resourcing me. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Yeah. And I was thinking maybe you could be a supervisor or something. No, it's just a joke, but
No, I
okay.
understand. Yeah. I like the joke.
The love supervisor. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Hank.
Yes.
Mm. Brilliant. Hi.
Habit here of often quite intense holding, call it anxiety, and the system is holding.
It's beautiful that that gets seen, and then just, you know, that gives the opportunity for exploring. Is it necessary or useful? It's not wrong, it's not bad, it's a habit. And, you know, again, to me, it always seems valuable to honor it, because in some ways it's trying to help. But then, you know, bring discernment into it. Does it actually help? Is it useful? Is it necessary? So that habit gets new information, that's all. And that can, you know, that sometimes can go fast and sometimes it's slow work. It's just like again, just inquiring to it. Because, you know, somehow, especially if it's, you know, it's has an existential component to it, it's really going to be persistent. So that's just the way it functions. It doesn't mean anything about you. It's just, you know, okay. Might be,
Yeah.
you can find a similar habit in one of your family members, or your father, your mother, or grandparents, who knows, you know, but anyway, it's just, you notice it, and that's where the opportunity arises. And just to be gentle with it. It's like, it is trying to help, it's just confused, that's all. It doesn't help, it's clear.
Yeah, it's clear it doesn't help.
Yeah.
It's clear it. That's been happening.
And it's not,
before.
and it's not personal, you know, it's just,
No.
it's like, if it was up to you, it wouldn't be happening. So you can see that it's just something that's playing in the background automatically and consciously. And so then, you know, just by consciously examining it again and again, as many, you know, so as often as needed, so that new information gets through, new neural pathways form, doesn't need to go then. That's for me, it's a fire, because the habit is to go there, go there, go there, and you see, wow, it's suffering. It's not.
And I can see it. It's just happening. It's like the system's running away from the tiger, or you know, it's just.
Yeah.
It's just happening, but I can also see there's a not wanting it.
Yeah, so, you know, or every aspect of it will reveal itself.
Yeah, it's really trying to help.
Yeah. You know, as the energy of that vortex releases, man, there's just so much more energy just for being alive. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I can only imagine, because it's
Yeah.
strong the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's that watching it without the resistance that can be tricky here.
Yeah, so, you know, like, what's beautiful is that there is that capacity to make those nuances. You know, like that really fine discrimination. So that's what, you know, that's right there. You're looking at it and seeing it. Okay.
Yeah, I can totally see now that it just does it by itself. It's like a, yeah. Thank you, Isaac.
Thanks.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Rosita.
I have a question. Can you help me? I realized this habit of going into thinking activity. And then at the end, it feels like I lose contact to myself, to the world, to other
Yes,
people.
Of course.
And it
Well,
feels
it's the same in everybody. It's the
yeah.
same. Yeah.
And then
And
it
again,
feels,
just to recognize it's trying to help,
yeah.
but then discerning, does it actually help?
No, there are
No. Yeah.
questions coming up. What can I do to be in contact? And then zzz.
Yeah. So, you know, to me, that question is not a correct question. There is no separation. There cannot be. There never has been and never will be. So it's not a question of being in contact. It's recognizing that there is no separation and there never has been.
Okay.
So when you go, how can I be in contact? Already it's presuming you could say that there's separation, that you're not in contact. So the question, how can I be in contact, is an incorrect question. Tell me where the boundary is between us at this moment.
Can't see a boundary. I can't feel a boundary
Me neither. So,
at the moment.
yeah. Then there's only love, yeah, or whatever you want to call this.
Mhm.
You don't have to do anything for us. It's not a doing. It's really just a being, resting, seeing how it is.
Okay,
Lovely. Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I'm thinking, but I think most of you already know, but the celebration starts tomorrow evening my time, tomorrow morning your time, if you're in Europe. And so for a week, there won't be these regular Zoom meetings. They'll just, the last meeting is Sunday night. The last meeting of the celebration is Sunday night. So the next regular meeting will be Tuesday. Andrea.
Hey.
Bye.
Yeah, somehow there was a resonance talking to Marina with this energy that is set free when it's released, and I mean, the other day, it was on Monday, I had one of my really tremendous energy outbursts. And I mean, a volcano is nothing. I mean, my outburst, these things coming up. Yeah. And it was really just, I was really aware that it could have done everything. It could have really gone into, I was alone, luckily. And of course, I heard your voice like, hey, it does not have to be different. It does not have to be different. It was like a mantra. And just to share it, it took me like about a week. And I was just noticing, witnessing until the nervous system or the chemicals went back to a state of total relaxation, total regulation, or yeah, and as Roswitha just shared, I mean, it's again and again, it's like being in such a strange movie. Oh. Yeah. I know that there's nothing to do about it, but I mean, I'm also very curious how it once might feel when this energy is really just moving through this body. Oh, now you're frozen.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have no way to. Is it better now? Is it still frozen from your perspective?
No, I hear you,
Okay, good.
but I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah. All as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and with that said, Isaac, and I can also relate to what Hank said. I shared in April or so that I got offered a new job, and I'm into that, and this means like working with people with really different abilities, like, and huge disabilities, so called. And I'm assisting them in their daily life. It's like a house where 9 people live together, and I'm one of their roomies in a way, assisting them. And it's I could not. It is such a beautiful way to just be as unconditional love, and whatever occurs, and I mean, there are really strange things going on, and conflict, and repetitive patterns, and it's like a magnifying glass on humanity and patterns, and it's just so beautiful how it's received when I'm just present. And everyone just feels like, hey, I can be how I am, and I don't have to be different, and such a love flow. Yeah, so just to share the flowers and the harvest of all of that. And I mean, how beautiful is that?
How beautiful.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Esther.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Esther.
Can the host stop the recording, please?
Ah, Katharina.
Hello.
Hi.
Just would love to share a moment. Mm. Mm. It feels a bit like as if the thoughts, that are in the background, and then chasing, like letting, like as if the field clears when they get less and less important in present of the presence. So, there's more freedom. Yeah. Can we still sign in to the retreat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna write a mail.
Welcome. Thanks, Kathleen. Andrea, thank you for hosting. Thank you, beloveds, for showing up. Love, peace, beauty,